Homelessness is an issue that we as a nation have been dealing with for many years. And here in Kitsap, we're no different. We're not excused from the issue of homelessness.
The problems that we have here is that we are such a rural community. The county as a whole is rural, not urban. And so most of the homeless stay hidden most of the time.
Just the fact that we have someplace where people can go, that they don't have to be under the bridge or in the car or in the woods, is just one of the things that we're needed for.
Georgia's House was actually a thought of Georgia Mattson, who was a community advocate, and she wanted to start a shelter for women and children. Before that actually got off the ground through some failed attempts, Georgia Mattson passed on. And a group of people that were around Georgia at that time grabbed a hold of the idea, formed the Weaver Foundation, and then began the process of trying to do that.
The Weaver Foundation is a group of Georgia's friends and family that got together that wanted to carry on her dream. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Georgia's House is a shelter for low-income displaced women and children. Our clients are not limited to just the homeless. We also service women with domestic violence, drug addiction. It is a temporary home, but a home with a caring staff, all of whom are volunteers, and they provide compassion, guidance, and support. Phyllis Mann, who is the CEO of Department of Emergency Management, called me. She says, "You've got to go take a look at this building."
And it was just idle property, and Paratransit really stepped forward and said, why should we leave this idle when we've got an opportunity to make good use of it for our community? And so that was a very nice partnership.
And I mean, it was perfect. This building is the same color as Georgia's House on Central Valley Road.
Really?
Which is like, she was saying, this is it. And it turned out with the renovations, it's perfect. It's the perfect location for Georgia's House.
The way that the women get into this is that they go to KCR, and KCR puts them on what they call a housing track. It's a plan to get them into some permanent housing. Okay, and their case manager determines what that looks like in the window of time that they need, and then the case managers work with the women to make sure that they stay on track for that. So Georgia's House is just a short stopover.
And the case manager works with them on a weekly basis to make sure they're setting goals, be it search for 4 houses this week, or I need to get a job application in, I need to get my ID. There are goals that they set weekly. The case manager works with them and makes sure they have all the tools they need to get it. And then on the weekends, which is on Saturdays, we have something called our weekly house meeting. The ladies all get together. It's mandatory. Everybody meets here at 6 o'clock with 2 counselors, myself and Viola, who has a master's in psychology. We sit with the ladies, we talk about all the issues and all the barriers and events that came up to prevent them from completing a goal, or what happened that they got something done. And the other ladies get to help. If it's a barrier, they might say, why don't you try this, or why don't you try that? So it's the ladies getting together and helping each other. And it also helps in building their social skills, because most of these ladies don't know what it is to have another lady as a friend.
Leanne runs it pretty much like a family, and so there's a lot of community development that goes on there, which is a very, very big part of what most of these women have not had in their lives, is that community process. And that is giving them the tools they need to step out into a housing and be connected to that community out there. So.
We have a community food in the kitchen, so if somebody comes in and they don't have food, it's provided. We have women come in and all they come in with is the clothes on their backs. We have resources. There's Bremerton Rescue Mission, we can call them. The Silverdale United Methodist Church, we can call them and take the ladies down there for the clothing bank. We have a resource center where they have access to computers and programming. They can job search, house search, build resume. The staff is here to support them in all of this. They do life training skills because they actually maintain the house with the cleaning and making sure everything is organized. That's their job because this is their home. We only come in the daytime and we leave. They're responsible to make sure that it's up to par. Right now we have 8 women and 5 children in-house, with 2 moving in the next 2 days. So we'll be at full capacity again in about 2 days.
Beyond my expectations. The speed in which the women move through that place tells me that it's working exactly as it was organized to be, and that was a short stop while they were getting where they needed to go. And we've seen a lot of good things come out of that. It's been a real blessing to watch.
And we have one who had just turned 18. She came to us 3 days after her 18th birthday, and she's now at the Youth Academy up the street. So she's working on her GED and figuring out what she's going to do with her life. So that was a good one. She was only with us for a little over 2 weeks. The response has been overwhelming. I mean, we had so much supplies that we had to get a storage bin. At Christmas time, we had organizations step up and get Christmas presents for our ladies. We had one company do a winter coat drive, Starbucks in Silverdale. We got winter coats for everybody. I mean, it's been great. We're not hurting for supplies. We have gotten donations financially. So I would say the response has been very good.
The whole process has just solidified the fact that we have a community and a large number of agencies in a community that are linked together and stand arm in arm to try to solve the problem of homelessness here in the county. And that's something that I have not seen anywhere else.
I can say that with Georgia's House being here, we have seen great things. I've seen the community come together. I mean, Paratransit provided us with the space. Bremerton Rescue Mission has provided us with liability insurance. We've got an organization called Abraham's House. When our ladies are moving into permanent housing, we can call them and set it up, and they can go and get furniture and set their homes up. It's like this has been a tool of getting the community together. To me, I did not know Kitsap County had a heart until we got into the shelter. I've discovered that there are some kind-hearted people here in Kitsap County, and they do look out for their fellow community members.